Righto, YouTube. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I'm going to do a longer in-depth video of this when I install it. This is, obviously I'm a motorcyclist. I'm still doing my vaping channel, but this is going to sort of branch off. I'm going to do a bit more about my hobbies, a bit more things I'm interested in and I'm doing that I want to share. Things that, so life's what you make it, so make me a tea. So, motorcycles. I've been a motorcyclist for almost a year now. Decided I want to put an alarm on my bike. So I went out and bought this. £80. So that's 80 British sterling. Features on it. Very loud alarm system, shock sensor and a microwave sensor, which is essentially a proximity sensor. If someone's too close to your bike for too long, it will tell them to fuck off, essentially. The siren will go off for 15 seconds and it will tell them to fuck off. If it happens again, then the alarm will go off. Also has date and time on the little fob. It's a two-way pager, so when your alarm's going off, it tells you on your fob. It has a remote engine start and cut off on your fob, your key fob / pager, and it's a two-way connection. Very good box. Like I said, I'm going to keep this very quick and short. Very good box, magnetic flap. Like it a lot. Comes like that in the box. Flap here, paperwork. Paperwork is here. Tells you about the connecting of the components, DC and AC, and other things in there, like the combination of buttons you press for different settings. About the proximity sensor, I'll go into that when I do my installation video. I've got the other one here. Right, very quick. Plastic. Feels fairly cheap, but that's what you get. It's Chinese made. Look after it and it won't have a problem. You start beating it up, throwing it around and getting it drenched in water, you're going to have a problem. Metal button there. Lock. Press it again. It's silent alarm. I will do demonstrations of this when I install it all. Unlock. Ignition on. Engine start. Top button again. Unlock, which is engine off. And alarm bell. Basically makes the world shake and your alarm go off. You get two of these in a vacuum formed little thing. In here you have your alarms. That is the siren. 120 decibel, very loud, standard to my knowledge, the same decibel level as emergency vehicle sirens, and it comes with the cable, a very generous amount of cable ish, not really, but yeah. Then you have your proximity sensor. This does have a very generous amount of cable, and obviously they're all got clips on the end, and you've got your setting on it and your LED, and you can mount it on your bike. Your motherboard. This is a watertight unit where all of your PCBs and your connectors, resistors, capacitors are all in here. This has a sticky pad on the back for fixing it on your bike. This is waterproof. So all your connectors for your different wires, and it has an antenna with an extension cable for your transmitter. Now, there's a fuse there, not sure what it's for, but I will go through all of that when I put it in. Get your cable. This is what goes to your main supply current and does all fandangled shit. Like goes from the motherboard and connects to the indicators. So the indicators flash every time the bike goes off, or you lock it or unlock it. And you also get an LED. This is so you drill a hole in your bodywork. That's its flashing your bodywork, and it flashes when the bike is armed. And that's it. It's very fucking simple. You also get an extra sticky pad that is buried under this shit somewhere because I didn't bother putting it back in the box. I'm not too fussed about how it goes in the box, to be fair. I'll be installing. Today is Thursday 28th, I believe it is. I'm not even going to bother putting it back in. Fuck that. I'm not actually too fussed. I don't even want that fucking box. That can fuck off. You know what else can fuck off? That can fuck off. This will be installed on my bike. I will do it on Saturday before I go up to Oxford to see a friend in Oxford. so far. The shipping from supposedly Chinese land. It was shipped or flown all the way from China land, all the way to the UK, and to my front door from 2 days of ordering. 2 working days from ordering it. Very quick postage, very happy with it. Box is unmarked, undamaged in any way, shape or form. Not a single corner is dented, so they do take care. Just once again run through the features of this set. There are a few different types. Some come with certain things, some come without. Therefore they will be cheaper or expensive. This is the full shebang. Hence why it's 80 quid and not 40, 50, 60, whatever. This has the alarm, 2 key fobs, a proximity sensor, a shock sensor, and a remote electric engine start and cut off. I just call it quick start, just to make life easy instead of saying that mouthful. So it has them features. I think because it runs to the battery, don't take this as a confirmed feature, but I'm pretty sure off the top of my head it's also an immobiliser. So if the alarm's going off, it will channel the supply current from the battery away from the ignition through the motherboard and disperse it to the alarm, the indicators, the LED, and basically drain the power. Well, drain the power. It won't flat your battery out, because this alarm will only go off for a certain amount of time and it will turn itself off and reset. But it will direct the power away from the ignition, so it can't be, you know, lock-picked and turn the key, hit the electric start, and you're away. It can't be done. I'm pretty sure it's an immobiliser as well. So that cost me 80 quid. Reason I got it, 1, because of the electrics, the quick start on it. 2, it'll make my insurance go down. And 3, it's an extra bit of peace of mind that your bike is safe and secure. With my job, I'm having to leave my bike wherever I can find a parking space, because I'm a builder and I move from site to site with my firm, because we don't do massive jobs that take a year. We don't have the luxury of parking. We park wherever we can. And if someone was to try and steal my bike, this key fob, my bike's never too far away from me, but it's far enough away that I wouldn't see someone trying to steal it. It'll be round the corner. It'll be 1 or 2 streets away, but it's not a million miles away. And that key fob will let you know if someone's trying to take it. From here, green, nothing's happening, all tickety boo. Yellow, it's had a 15-second alarm blast for a warning, and it puts on a 30-second probationary period of if anything happens to it again, the full-scale alarm goes off and your key fob will flash red, vibrate and beep at you, telling you what's wrong. And it will tell you whether someone's hit it, so it's the shock sensor, or there'll be a little square where these 2 8s are, so it'll turn that into a square and it will flash saying the proximity sensor, someone is too close, it is a person way too close to your bike for way too long. Which 9 times out of 10, if you stood over someone's bike and the alarm's going off and you're not walking away from it, you are trying to steal it, because no one in their right mind would stand there next to a screaming alarm looking shifty over something you don't even own. And it will tell you. But what I also like is because it has the time display, if your alarm is going off and they manage to get away with your bike, you can ring the police straight away, say, right, my bike's been stolen, it's got an alarm on it, it should be going absolutely haywire, it's 120 decibel alarm, this was the time it was stolen, the alarm went off at this time, because it said on my key fob, that's the time it went off, and by the time I'd walked to it, got to it, it was gone. It can't be too far away. You are going to hear that alarm. If it's in the back of someone's transit van, you'll be able to hear it, no problem. So it can't be too far away, and you'll be able to find it fairly quickly, hopefully. So it's Thursday tonight. I'm going to install it Saturday morning. I'm going to get up bright and early, install it, hopefully have it completely installed by 1 o'clock-ish, have the bike put back together by 2, and make my way up to Oxford to see a good friend and be there for 3 o'clock. I don't know how long these are meant to take to install. I've never installed one, so this should be interesting. There isn't any videos on YouTube of how to install one of these to the bike I have, which is a Honda CBF 125 2013. So, I will not have a fucking clue where to start. So, what I'm going to do is when I install it, I will do a video of what wires are where and what components are attached to what wire, but I'm not going to show you where I put the alarm, the motherboard, and all the sensors for safety reasons of if someone knows that I'm in the local area, they see my bike, they can get something up there, cut the wires, disable the alarm. But I will show you how to wire it up. I'm not going to show you where I hide my wires, because then that's giving the game away, and I don't really want it to give up the ghost when someone's trying to fucking nick it. I really don't need that. Not that I would hope anyone would try and nick a Honda 125. There are better bikes out there to steal. Take a Gixxer 1000 for fuck's sake. Leave the Honda alone. What did it do to you? But I will show you how to wire it and what wires go where, and I will probably show you my frustration and a lot of swearing because I can't get it to do what I want it to do, and probably cock it up a few times before I actually get it right. I will also post that video on Saturday, so and it will also be a separate video of a demonstration of what it does when it's completely installed. So there will be 2 videos going up at the weekend at some point, whether it be Saturday or Sunday, depending on how long this takes me to put on. There don't seem to be too many wires. It should be a 3 or 4 hour job, including taking the bodywork off, finding the wires, sealing them properly, putting it all back together. So hopefully it will all go swimmingly, darling. Fucking hell, I went so Louis Spence. But yes, so just a quick one on my channel now. Obviously I can't afford to buy a new vape every week, a new product, something new. So I am, obviously I don't need 50,000 different vapes, I only need one. So it would be ridiculous for me to buy 50,000 vapes and never use the fucking things and spend a fortune doing it just to make a few reviews, when I could broaden my horizon a little bit of what I'm actually sharing with you guys. Possibly, you know, touch base with a few people from different areas of interests and hobbies, like motorcycling. I've got a rifle, air rifle, a fairly old air rifle that I want to restore back to its former glory, because it's showing the test of time now, and it could do with a good service and a bit of TLC. Also possibly a bit of fishing, whether that be match fishing, carp fishing. I don't do river fishing, but I haven't had time to actually fish, and I need time to do that. But I will still be doing vape videos. I will be doing gadgets like sound systems. I've got a sound system over there that I will review, the big sub there, a gaming sound system, very cheap but very, very good and good quality, and I will go through with that and I'll make a review, and it is fucking beastly. You know, I'm going to broaden my horizons with that so I can do a wider variety, even down to stuff similar to the King of Random. Search his channel up, thekingofrandom.com, fucking brilliant. Experiments, projects, things like that you can do in the garden with your kids, little brother, cousins, nieces, nephews, anyone, even your mates. All sorts of different projects and games and experiments you can do that are actually pretty cool. But yeah, that's the sort of plan and the way I want to move forward. I'm not looking to, you know, be the next big thing, but a bit of success would be nice with this. It's just like, it's a hobby, so I can sort of let my inner lunatic come out for, and hopefully I'll make someone laugh with some remarks I come out with. Some of them can be quite controversial, but all of it's light-hearted. None of it's, none of it's meant 100%. Any sort of comments I come out with, it's all light-hearted, and meant in a humorous fashion, so please don't be offended. But if you have any suggestions, ideas, even just something you want to know, comment me. Not that I'm going to get many comments, but comment ideas, anything you would like to see on the channel. If I consider it to be of value to my channel, me, and something that would benefit me doing, then I'll do it. If it's something ridiculous like reviewing fucking dildos, I'm going to tell you to fuck off. But that's about it. Just be sensible with it.